This is video reflection number 2. This is Tuesday, so I'm going to talk a little bit today about what happened in class and then go through some of those questions, answering them to the best of my ability. So in class today, I think what I want to focus on is the activity we did in which we had the 5 representations of a function. And it's funny because I never really... Like some people were saying in the other tables that, you either do functions or you do tables and it's never really together. And that when you do finally put it together, that the students have problems with that. And I completely agree. The students definitely have problems with that. And I am definitely using that activity in my class. I like how we had to go back through depending on what was given. Sometimes it was a table, sometimes it was the graph, sometimes it was a story, that we had to be able to represent it in different ways. The hardest thing I found for my table was writing the story. Now, I'm not a very creative person, so I kind of was just like Jim sells pens, or someone collects cookies, or someone does something completely simple. But I found that it was pretty easy for me to get through those stories, and I think that that is something that our students would struggle with. And I think that they would be the opposite of me. Like, they would have their creativity and they'd be like, this is what I'm going to do a story about, and this would be the scenario. But applying it to the function and making sure that it makes sense is something that might be a problem for the students. And I know even, let me look at my notes here. Even after, in the class discussion, we talked about what are the different ways that you can use this across elementary, across middle, across the high school level. And I know some people, I like how one of the other people, again, collaboration, being able to speak with other people, said that you can have the five representations and then have the students form a group based off of finding which 5 are alike. I do that all of the time. There's certain times that I do specifically put students in groups, but I do a lot of, solve the equation and find your partner who has the same answer that you have, or, find your match, and then that's going to be your partner. And I think that that was a great idea, and that's something I'm definitely going to be using in the classroom. And, it's so beneficial to have other teachers there and say, well, I do this in my class, or this is how I would use it. Even someone said, I have who has. That's a great idea. Even with a small group, that I have who has. Or someone suggested having students come up with their own and seeing, if they can finish each other's. And that's the type of interaction and things that you don't get in your district. And I know that I do not collaborate at all with people who teach the same subject as me. I would love to. I would make time to. I know when I taught pre-algebra, there was other 8th grade pre-algebra teachers, and we would collaborate and sort of do the same things and make sure everybody was on the same level. Our district already, everybody gives the same exams. If you're in Algebra 1, you have the same chapter exam. But other than that, there's no collaboration and there's no communication. And if we wanted to have that time, we are not granted. I know there's certain times where every day we have to push in with another teacher and sort of co-teach, even though you don't have planning time to plan what you're going to co-teach and how you're going to teach it, But I even suggested, I know, to the other math department people that maybe one day of the week, instead of pushing in, we can meet with other people who teach the same thing that we do and collaborate, and that was shot down. But, yeah, so, I definitely benefit from working with other people. I know benefits to my own learning is we were playing the game, the Get It Together game, and we knew that it had to be a multiple of 11 that was greater than such a number. And I found one, and I was like, here is the one, let's find the other ones. And I'm like looking through the hundreds table, and it was the elementary teacher that was like, they're right here on this diagonal. You didn't know that? And it's true, I don't work with a hundreds chart, but working with someone else saying, here they are, this is diagonal, I never knew that, and it was beneficial to my own learning to know that here are the multiples, where the sum of the digits add to 11. So those are just some of the things from today that I know that I personally will take back and be able to use in my classroom just from collaborating with other people and listening to what other people have to say about a certain topic. Thank you.